Ba 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 bum. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? What can we do here? Let's make sure the game sound works. Which it isn't. Wow. Alright, that works. Now, does it work again? Does it? Hey, it does! Nice. Alright, cool. Anyway. Wow. Like, things are taking forever to start up. No, 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 no. Look at that! I finally showed up. All the leaves are brown, the leaves are brown, and the sky is grey. Like a for a walk. Right. Okay, why am I leaning? Why am I leaning? Why do I look like I've had a stroke? There. That's natural. That looks natural. I look fine. Look like $1 million bloody dollars. Anyway, so what are we doing? We're stalling because there's going to be an ad coming up, so I might as well just stall for the ad, right? Yeah. Oh, we need background music. Let's go get some background music. I was actually given background music, which is really cool. So let's go get it. All right. Wait, how's that? Okay, can we download all of this? That is the question. Oh, just farted. I want to download all of them. Oh, no, we can select all of them, can't we? Holy shit. Holy shit. And download all of them. Wow. 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 All right, this is going to download. Preparing download. Prepare your anus. All right. When's this ad happening? Can I let me just fucking induce it. Hang on, where is it? Is this a 3-minute ad? 60-second ad. All right, let's just do it. Ad. Prepare ad. Ads in progress. Dick, dick, dick. Dick, 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 dick. Meow. Meow. All right, let's open up this folder. Hello, folder. Woo. There could have been some like really raunchy stuff in there. All right, let's extract all to. You stop showing shit on my screen, you piece of shit. Anyway. Fuck it. Do it. There we go. All right. Wow. Okay, can you tell me how big the size is, please? Thank you. There we go. All right, nice. Ooh, and yep, I knew it was gonna go. I knew it was gonna open up on that screen. Uh. All right, cool. Let's bring up this, and was yeah, no, that wasn't showing up. All right, browser music properties. Let's do this. Ready? Yeah. There we go. Some background music going on. It's not mine. This is backing music by my friend Jordan Cook, who does stuff professionally. And Arpeggiatura finally shows his self. Hello, I saw you lurking. Alright, so on this stream, we are going to attack the elephant in the room. And that is when we go into boss fights, the ship just goes, you know, it goes. Okay, let me just show it. All right. Wait, did I fucking click? There we go. Like, here we go. Boss fight. And so look, the ship just goes wiggle, and that's not what I want. I don't want that going. I want it to be like, if it's coming down, I want it to okay, yeah. Oh, nice. You're just telling Too Much Tomato how you got back into doing some Godot game development. Right. What do you say about that? It's all good because Samurai expressed an interest in learning Godot. Nice. And guess what I've been thinking about doing? It's not learning Godot. I decided, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna be ready to try to do the same thing that I'm doing with Python, except maybe with C or C++. You know, I feel like I want I feel like I want to go backwards. You know, go a bit closer to the hardware. Yeah. I feel inadequate. No, not inadequate. I feel like the kid on the playground who thinks he's hot shit riding a bike with training wheels. So I kind of feel like I want to get rid of the training wheels. And I have a little bit of experience in C, but I think learning game development techniques with Python may have prepared me for doing stuff in C. Making games is really difficult. I might do something that's just like, well, I mean, like technically this game is a single screen because the stars Would you take in some C libraries? Oh, yeah. I might start trying, not with a game, maybe make an application in C by, import like the Windows DLLs for drawing windows on the screen and stuff like that. Maybe I'll try that first. You're gonna start trying an application in C, like that guy Pirate Games did. Compared to what everyone's been showing me about his code, and the attitude that he had was like, well, you see, I use ones and zeros because when I started out with GameMaker, that it didn't have booleans. So why would I use booleans? Okay, bud. You know? So why would I? Why I like to try to future-proof. So I don't know why he did what he did. I don't know why. I don't know why he made. Like, if I was to program what he was doing, and like he's using GameMaker, but if I was like programming what he's doing, and I was going to sell it on Steam, I would have tried harder. And I have rewritten this fucking game 3 times over. Obviously not at the same time. But I have learned new things, and I've gone back and I'm like, I need to change that because that's shit. And like, let me explain something. Like, everything is modular as well. So I've got my classes, and so like I had the foresight that if I'm going to animate something, I made an animate method, right? And I'm still not entirely sure that I want to have a separate method per class. I might even turn this into a function, right? But what that allows me to do is, and what I'm attempting to do today is, I want to rewrite this animate thing so that the ship acts differently. And I get to do that because I wrote this in a modular way. Whereas he fucked himself. Well done on first, wow. I love the rug pull under the noses of people. I made like 5 crafts that when merged form a rocket. That's the closest I get to making a game. You made it, yeah. So, I mean, like, when I first started learning Python, the first thing I did was to create I made a console application, and it was a questionnaire. It asked you 10 questions. It randomly selected Japanese stuff and gave you multiple choice. And then I was like, that's not good enough. I want to have an interface. So then I tried to use tkinter, which is a it's kind of like, when you do like Visual Basic and you spend time designing the user interface. Like you get the form, you put the display parts, you put the text entry areas and stuff like that. tkinter was like that, except you didn't have a graphic interface. You just basically had to code the shit together. So you had to write the code that drew the window. And then in the end, I was like, nah, this ain't good enough either. I want something that runs more like a game. So then I I used the Pygame libraries. And then once I made a multiple choice questionnaire thingy, I was like, well, now that I have Pygame, I can actually make a fucking game. I asked AI to make a web page for me that provided an on-screen button that records how many times it's been pressed. And it did. And that's the most complex code I ever saw. It was like 4 lines. You just have to, like, okay, imagine doing that yourself without asking AI. Like, the journey that you go on trying to figure things out. Like, Arpeggiatura has watched me go down rabbit holes trying to make You remember when I was making these not spherical, but the circular hitboxes? You remember me going down that rabbit hole of trying to make circular hitboxes? And the fucking formula that I had to come up with to make the curved corner parts is comparable to when I sleep and imagine something in KSP. It's my complex understanding of the game that allows me to imagine the game. Yeah, no. I get the same thing. Like, the more I understand about a programming language, the more I can write pseudocode in my head and be as close to it as possible. Okay, I want to make a top-down shooter that's horror sci-fi themed. Yeah. You know, and Godot would be great for that. The game that I'm making, Unity would be awesome. I just don't like user interfaces. Likewise, if you're envisioning stuff that allows you to use language code, yeah. I had a blast working on the code today. I could tell a story, but the long and short of it is it can be painful, but the reward is like the rush of a roller coaster. It really is, yeah. What about Flash games? Well, I mean, like, you could still do that. You could probably get a really old version of Shockwave Flash and start screwing around with keyframes. And is Flash games got code in it? Yes. Yeah, it does. I can't remember what language it used, but I only ever saw like the graphic side of it, really, to be honest, and it seemed like, well, it was boring to me because I didn't really see it. Unless you count fiddling with variables in QBasic. My very first language I learned was Basic, like Spectrum Basic. And Commodore 64 Basic. I also got library books from it was a mobile library. It would every Thursday it would show up in front of my primary school. Oh, wow. And I would jump on there and I would pull out all of their freaking basic programming books, take them home, like Amstrad, Commodore, and I would see if they worked on the Spectrum, and if they didn't, then I would experiment with them to see how I could get them to work. Unless you count feeling. Oh yeah. Oh, you did something with Turtle one summer. Yeah. You mean Logo? I think it was called Logo in the UK, where you had the arrow, and you used commands to draw pictures with the arrow. Because they said it was a turtle, and I remember going to like a workshop where they used Logo, and it controlled an actual turtle with a pen. And you could draw on paper using commands. I'm surprised that no one else thought about this, because once they showed you the repeat command so that you could create loops, I was like, you can draw circles with this. All you got to do is repeat 360, and then you go forward 1, and then you turn right 1. And then you just do that 360 times and you draw a circle. And then, of course, if you want a smaller circle, then you just, instead of like going forward 1, you go forward some arbitrary fraction of 1. There are thousands of scenes, sounds, and feelings you get from the game Chrono Trigger, and it all fits in less than 3 megabytes. Like, how did they... Okay. The perfect example of this, Elite. Not Elite Dangerous, Elite, on the BBC Micro. David Braben fit an entire galaxy on a floppy disk. And you know how he did it? Procedural generation. I think, you know what? I think I have it on Steam. Like, no, I don't. Wait, maybe I do. No, I don't. Nope. But Elite Show us what you're talking about. You mean about the procedural generation, or? The game. Which game? Or the concept? I mean, like... You mean Elite? Like how to fit an entire galaxy on a floppy disk. I mean, like... So, yeah, I mean, like... Instead of, like, specifically saying that you want something somewhere, you create a procedure, like, you know... You say, take the... I think what he did was he took the Fibonacci sequence, and then he would use that as a random number generator. So he would take the last 2 digits of the Fibonacci numbers, and then he would use that to like hold information. So you didn't need a database. You just generated these numbers, and then those numbers in the game's code had meaning. So it would be like a star was over here, and because they were of a specific number sequence, like the Fibonacci numbers, they were always there. So it wasn't like randomizing. And then that's how he would have all of this information about all of these different star systems and stuff like that, without actually having to store any of it. So it's like that's how he managed to do that. When I was very young, I would hold my hands over my eyes until I saw stars, and this was really the only way I was able to sleep. Anyway, fast forward to Windows 98. Remember? I mean, yeah. I remember MS Paint on Windows 95. I never really adopted Windows 95 though. I was still using the Commodore Amiga back then. Like, I remember when they advertised Windows 95, and I'm like, look at Microsoft trying so hard. Amiga's still better than PC. Boy, did I back the wrong horse. Amiga was amazing though. Yep. But here we go. So here is my anime method, and let me see if I can explain what it does. I would paint the universe or images of space by holding control and pressing the plus button to enlarge the area of the spray cans. Right. And see, that was random. If you just held it, you'd eventually get random pixels to paint 3 to 16 pixels at a time across the whole view. Yeah. And see, that's random, yeah. And like you could do it does something like that, but imagine if you always did the same thing. Then you could create a galaxy without having to store it. Because, like, it's a good example that you're using Paint, because Paint natively would save to bitmap files. And bitmaps were incredibly large image files because they were a literal one-to-one representation of the pixels on the screen. Like, you could look at the code of a bitmap. Like, the way you could look at the information of the bitmap as it's stored on disk, and you could literally know what the picture was about, because it was like there was no encryption, there was no anything. It was just literal. It was a lossless representation of the picture. Kind of like how WAV files are a lossless one-to-one representation of sound. Like, you can literally take 2 WAV files and you can copy them together, because like in DOS you can say copy something plus something else, and it will sandwich them together. And it would eventually create a deep pixelized cloud background with all these randomly placed on there. You can just mix WAV sounds into a single audio. I think so. I think so. I don't know. I might be confusing that with something else. Maybe I am. but I know that the WAV file is literally the data for each peak, trough, like it basically tells the computer how to draw the sine waves that make up. How's the dev going? Boy, oh my, I haven't done a single fucking thing right now. I've just been chatting for, what is it, 25 minutes? I'm distracting. Yes, you are. You're good at it. Nice. Anyway, to get at it, so right now, when the boss enters the screen, as the frames go by, that sounds. I know, right? I know. Okay, bud. Tell yourself what you. Yo, I hope you like getting banned. God, I really wanted to like him. No, Thagger says over 4 years of experience. 5-hour stream of editing the config file. I really, really, really wanted to like him. I really did. It's, oh my god. The thing is though, there were like, even before the World of Warcraft stuff, there were things that just weren't quite right. And like, what self-respecting person that knows technology and coding and hacking and stuff like that would openly admit to hating Mr. Robot? Like, come on. I was so disappointed. And like, I was listening to his like explanation of it and everything like that. And I'm like, I mean, like, you know, yeah, I guess what he's saying is, but that's just such a small point for the whole entire fucking 4-season show that was just absolutely fucking amazing. Like, and it turns out that the guy that runs DEF CON, which, you know, the puzzle that he is complaining about, that he apparently, yeah, I'm the only person who has the write-up about that. It doesn't exist anywhere else on the internet, so where else could he get from? You know, it's like, come on. And then like, the more he talks, the more it sounds like catfishy stuff. Like, have you been around that one person that has had such an amazing life, but then you're like, it doesn't make sense. Why are you here right now? You should be a fucking god. Why are you mortal? Why are you mortal telling me these stories? Go be amazing. And it's just like, you know. Bro, I peaked at 11 years old. My life is kind of like a donut. Like, I feel like I took a hiatus away from my life to have a family. And then, you know, I don't regret any of this, but I did kind of put like all of my tech stuff and stuff like that on hold. I mean, I still worked in tech because I was working for a school district, but the whole programming thing, like, it was when I hit high school, that's when I stopped programming. And I wish I'd continued, because then I wouldn't be here right now fucking with Python. I would have known what object-oriented programming was before I was 20, you know? I would have known that shit. Like, I remember trying to get back into, like, understanding Java, but because I'd have such a break from scripted languages like BASIC to, you know, the whole concept of, how dare you? How dare you? Welcome in, Hex. I'm just... You know, maybe that is too long. I was on Peace Dub's stream, and I was like criticizing her about how long her. I was criticizing her about how long the seal spin is. I'm like, dude, the music ends too soon. Like, music has a question and response to it, and I was like, But you're finishing the music before you get to the response. Just incur the wrath of his ADHD. This was a nice notification to wake up to. You just woke up. No. Where do I go? Where have I gone? 1 hour spin compilation, please. You know what? You know what? No. No. If you could, like, yeah, I worked at Blizzard for 7 years. I think I know a bit about game development. Except, who said I did game development at Blizzard? I'm gaslighting you right now. Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna get a cease and desist from him, aren't I? Someone's gonna be like, someone's gonna send this fucking shit to him and it's just like I'm gonna get banned. He's gonna see my name and he's just gonna ban me. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Apparently I evolved to live off 4 hours sleep. Wow. I mean, wow. If you can continue that, that is amazing. Nerdfarris learned all his game development from Pirate. No, because although Pygame is a library, don't quote me on this because I'm probably completely wrong, but Pygame being a library is not a game engine. Like, I don't have a user interface that takes sprites and says, "Oh, just do this with them." No, I had to. Let me just show you. Look, I have a file here called fucking sprite sheet, and do you know what this does? Hang on, it is expanded. I had to write a class to import an image and turn it into an array of frames for an animation. I had to do that. Not only does it do that, you can also give it a one-dimensional sprite sheet or a two-dimensional sprite sheet. Because I'm like, I mean, I didn't have to do that, but I was like, no, I want to go the extra mile for that shit. What if he's just you with a filter? What if he's just me with a filter? Okay, bud. No, I can't do his voice. I can do a deep voice, but you know, I can't do his voice. I don't want to do his voice.
What?
What case are you using for what? What if I'm just me? Dude. Nice. Did you do it good the first time? That was that was funny enough. I mean, like, I kind of did. Also, I didn't like derive all of this myself. I looked stuff up. I damn well didn't use ChatGPT. But because like when I started this game, that was way before. That was before ChatGPT was even, as good as it was at coming up code. But cursed naming conventions, I kind of have them. So you know what I plan after watching all of the controversy with Pirate Software and shit like that. I'm gonna go through my code. This is a future stream. I'm calling it now, and it's gonna be called the Magic Number Stream. I'm gonna go through all of my code, and I'm going to remove every fucking magic number. Don't look at this. These are not magic numbers. No, they're not actually. Look, counter Y, counter X, and counter Y. Yeah, they're reset to 0. You know what they do? They're counters. And then, I'm going to increment X when I'm going from left to right. And then when I reach the end of the image file, I'm going to reset X and I'm going to increment Y. Looks like a const to me. Kind of is, yeah. I actually, you know what? I have a fucking folder full of consts. Hang on. Expand, you motherfucker. There we go. Look at all these consts some of them are not consts. But whatever. If you don't know what anything does, will that count as magic code? Yes. Yeah. And also there is like you can't have too many comments. You do have to, like, I do try to make my stuff self-evident. I did not need to look anything up today, I'm proud to say. Awesome. I have retained enough information about how to code in GDScript to implement what I wanted in. Yeah. And that's how I've been with Python. I don't look things up. Partly because most of what I need exists somewhere else in my code. You definitely can have too many comments. Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. But do you like how I've got this arranged? Okay, let me go to my prize file here, the game objects file, right? Take a look at this, right? You're probably asking yourself, why all the extra space, huh? Why? Why am I doing that? And look in the right. I have a table of contents. Because, like, if I want to find something, you know, I want to look for environment variables. So we got planets, and I can go straight to that. You know, the big laser, and then I can just expand that, and then, like, okay, so now it's formatted for Visual Studio Code, to be honest. But I don't think that this is an eyesore. I don't think that this is like a negative way of doing things. I think it's just an acceptable way of organizing stuff, making use of this side panel here. And of course, I found out that if you do like this, you put like a hyphen there, it puts a line. Look, the line goes away. But if you put it back, it segments things out. But it is kind of cursed. No, I don't disagree with you there. It is kind of cursed. This is not. You will not find this online anywhere. No one will be like, okay, you need to do it this way, or no one will say that this is a good way to do it. I just thought it was kind of cool. And yeah, it allows me to find stuff. Now, I mean, like, am I doing the whole entire thing wrong? Maybe. But I'm not claiming that I'm amazing at this either. Like, this game is literally me learning Python so I can teach it to somebody else. Because I wanted to be a good friend. Well, I did kind of steal a bit of code from my other project now. That I think about it. Yeah, you're going to need to reference yourself. I'm sorry. Yeah, I probably should reference myself and these other places. Coding with Ross, I think, is one of the places where I got ideas from. But then I improved on them. Like the sprite sheet thing, I improved on that because, you know, in his tutorial, he just taught you how to import sprite sheets, and it was for, you had to format your sprite sheets in a specific kind of way. Whereas I was like, if you had like a long line of just like one sprite, I mean, not one sprite, if you had a single line, like all your frames from 0 to n are all in a row, yeah, import it that way. But if you wanted to have like a 2D, like, can I fucking... Okay, I probably should be able to do that, shouldn't I? Hang on. Nope, that's data. Let's go to images. No, is it in the sprites? Sprites! Right. Oh, that's a single image. Okay, never mind. Border scenery. Oh, shit. Oop. Oh my god! This was me testing shit out. I probably should get rid of that. But anyway... Also, these sprites directly lifted from R-Type. I need to replace those. Bosses, here we go. Big Boss 0. See, look, this is a single sprite sheet. Hang on. These are tiny. Okay, these are the better ones. All right, yeah. So look, see, look, this is like a single line of sprites, right? But then I wanted to, yeah, see, look, this one is a 2-dimensional one of sprites. And so whether or not you have, you know, this is 8, but it's like, you know, 2 times 4, or whether you have like 1 times 16, then I want it to be able to import correctly. Have you cited your sources? I have not. But I probably could remind. You know, dude, no one cares. No one cares about that shit. No one cares. No one cares about what you cite your sources. They're tutorials online. Like they put them out on the internet. It's not like it's proprietary code. They probably stole it. It's like the meme. Dude, I stole your code, and it's like it's okay. It wasn't my code. You know, it's that kind of like situation. I made classes in code so that the onion, broccoli, and potato inherit from the vegetable class. Now that's thinking. Yeah, I haven't done the inheriting thing. Maybe I should be doing that. Enemy missiles. That's a cute little graphic. Explosions! See, look, this is a mega sprite sheet. Because of the /help function in Windows Vista, I thoroughly learned as much as I could just from the notes of developers. In DOS. In DOS. From Vista. What? Green! Palette swap! And then there's the normal explode. The only reason I made these blue and the green ones because I was planning on having different sprite sheets of the using command in Vista. Okay, gotcha. Oh, okay, yeah. I look on I used to look on sites. Now I do shit in PowerShell. I mean, that's what my job requires from me. So I'm just learning PowerShell. And even then, I've wrote my own. I mean, I haven't had to write classes in PowerShell, but I have had to make my own functions because the commandlets that some people have. This is my little gripe about PowerShell. It really pisses me off that people don't stick to a convention like they're supposed to. And they kind of do in the naming scheme of things, but sometimes you would expect a pass-through on some commandlets, and there isn't. And you're like, well, shit. I would have loved to have a pass-through on that, because I'm trying to use this command in the middle of a pipeline, and now I can't. So now I have to write my own function so that I can include a pass-through, so that I can use my function in the middle of a pipeline, and I can get results at the end of it. That's what pisses me off about PowerShell. Anyway, that was a side thing. So, without further ado, now how do I test this? This is the thing. No, not game states. So look, all of my files look the same way because I like organizing them like that. Game objects. Ooh, game object. Oh, bosses. There we go. All right, so we're going to make ourselves a completely new method. Better animate. Oh, gotta have self in there. We gotta get selfish. Motherfucker. All right. The reason I put pass there, as in you noticed when I didn't have pass, we get this little line under here because it's telling me that, dude, you don't have shit underneath there. So, you know, mother trucker, that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. All right. So what we're doing in this animate, and so, okay, so I have this method here. And then when we go to draw, nope, I'm a liar. I fucking lied to you right now. Update, when we go to update, please don't make me a liar. Where are you? Please, oh, there you are. No, where is it? Hang on, where's animate? There's animate shield. Right, animate. Where the fuck are? There it is. Yeah, it's an update. So yeah. So I just have to call the method. That's it. And so every time it goes through, it does all the this stuff, and then when it comes down here, it actually does that stuff. That was a bad description. So it doesn't actually execute any of this stuff, but it does know. So like it goes through. When I go through game states or whatever. Actually, not when I go through game states. Where the fuck is that? That would be under this, I believe. Right, game, run. Yeah, here's the loop. Yeah, so song requests. Well, I'm trying to stay away from copyright stuff. Otherwise, I would probably just play my entire music collection that I have on one of my NASs. Hi, cute, adorable, silly, stinky boy kisser, girl kisser, furry. Hey, you added the girl kisser. Now I'm just bi. Silly, stinky.
Oh, fuck yeah! This is the shit!
Bi kisser. I thought that was like bike kisser. I was like, yeah, I love I smooch those tires so bad. I get all the grease on my lips from the rear sprocket. But anyway, yeah, so if oh my god, I wonder if there's a better way I could have done this. If not, variables paused. So if it's not paused, then we're going to run self current state manifest. Then we got manifest, we got update, we got the draw. We still want to draw if we're not paused. I mean, if we are paused, we still want to draw. But then flip and collision. So this is the order in which it does stuff. But you know, this update section and then the draw section, yeah, that's what comes from these. So it runs update. Why are you checking if not variables pause twice? I'm doing it for each. You know what? You're right. I could do it for just. Well, the thing is though, I do want to. I want things to happen in this order. And I could have if not variables paused, and then just do these two things, and then do this regardless, and then again do if variables. Like, yeah, I could do it that way. This is just how I retrofitted it, because I was trying to figure out how to like do pause for so long, and this is just how I did it. But it would be better that, and these are the things, right? These are the things that I can get away with in Python. What, Frank? What?
You're a fucking idiot.
Okay, thanks.
This needs to stop. Now.
Bye, Frank. But yeah, I mean, like, I could, but I don't think with the Python that it matters. Like, see how I've got like import functions right here? If the functions already exist, it just skips over them. But I had to put this here because if I have the functions outside of this scope, you get like circular dependencies. I'm gonna go sell boats in my war games. Damn, Frank has no chill. Frank doesn't have chill. Frank's never had chill. That's why we love Frank. That's why we miss Frank. Boy, do we miss Frank. Joji's okay, but boy, do we miss Frank. So, yeah, maybe I'll fix this.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay?
All right, everyone.
No more.
Frank,
Where
Frank's...
the fuck are your parents?
Okay, no, let's
Who
not...
are your parents?
They're dead, Frank.
I'm
They're
gonna call
dead.
Child Protective Services. It's time to stop.
I'm a little old for Child Protective Services. All right, Frank says we're going to stop the stream. All right, so thanks everyone for joining, and we're done. All right. Now that we've lost some people, and we've kept the cool people. Fooled me!
Just stop. Just stop it. Stop. No. Just stop it.
Stop what? Alright. I could fix this, couldn't I? Oh my... Holy shit! Hold up. I didn't know that could happen. All right, hang on. I gotta go. I know, right? I gotta go hydrate. I gotta hydrate. Hang on. Oh man, that's Oh, you missed it. Don't worry, I'll get it. That was 2 horses, at least 2 horses. Who knows? There might have been 9 and 7 of them missed. Man, I should really work on doing a decent pirate software voice. As much as you're angry right now, it wasn't my fault. I was out of mana. I was out of mana, bud. I think you do the best impressions come from when you're being more condescending. I think that's probably what's missing. I need to be more condescending. Anyway, you know what? We're gonna fix this. Because Alex D 2153. Imagine being Pi and your mum calls your entire name. But 3.1415926535897993238462384623. Oh fuck! I fucked it. You come here right this instant. 3.1415926535897993238462384623. Wow, I feel called out. I mean, Alex D 2153. Oh, that rhymes. Oh, that rhymes. You could totally be in a song. You could be in song lyrics, and it would work. Imagine Eminem rapping about you. Anyway, yes, you've been called out because you told me that this was bad. I'm going to fix it. So this should be a simple fix. We'll do this. Yoink. And then we'll do this. Bonk. And we'll do this. Voila! Right? Now, let's do the same thing here. Fuck you and... Ugh. Wow. That reminds me. And... Wait. Oh no, I still need to handle events because if I pause it and then I... if I pause it and then I'm stopping you from handling events, how would I be able to unpause? So yeah, no, that's got to be right. Hey, guess, look, if this breaks, I'm blaming you. All right. let's figure this. Let's check to see if things still work. And let's pause the music. Ooh, look at this. Wait. Okay, no, I can't pause. I can't pause at this beginning bit. I have a question. Is Disney gonna come after me for this? That's the question. You seek company with the Emperor of the Galaxy. But before you do, you have been tasked with writing a letter of proof of your love. That is so lame. I need to rewrite this.
Nerd.
Yeah, you're a nerd. Throughout the galaxy, a vast array of characters have been scattered, and you are to collect the correct characters in each of the zones. Fuck you. As further proof of your devotion to the galaxy's finest entity, you are to learn which symbols are required by first observing their phonetics in your common language. Horse milk! Is it milk? Nerd. At first, you will be guided by the coloring of what is required. Notice I spelled coloring with a U because I wanted to piss people off so hard. Which should be disposed of, but as you correctly collect enough of any character, you will have to rely on the memory of their shape, as their color will have been washed out. Wow, over-explaining. Beware, for it seems like you are not the only one that seeks the company of the Emperor. Others have been summoned to give resistance to your task, and will only get more intense as you continue. Yes, they do resemble Earth Japanese, but I assure you, this is just a weird coincidence. Anyway, hey, look, it fucking works. Let me press P. Alright, P doesn't work. Hang on. Let's start the game. Press P. Oh my god. It still works. Now, if I press P again. Oh, it unpaused! Hit me. Hit me. Oh! Nice. So, cool. It works. It works. My code has been improved. I thank you so much, sir. Wouldn't it be funny, like, oh my god, I just had I just had the strangest. Come on now. Come on. Get out of your system. No, but I had the strangest thought, right? Wouldn't it be funny if I could like do like Moss from the IT crowd? Like, but I could like mix Pirate Software and Moss into the same person, because you know Moss has got that nasally voice, hasn't he? Then Pirate Software's like, okay, bud, and you just mix the two of them, and that would be what the fuck am I smelling? Hang on. Oh. 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 Oh, no. Crap. Help. I'm paralyzed. Oh, let's see if this sorts itself out. Hey, Bronk. We like things brokey. See, this is the kind of testing I cannot have. I cannot do. Oh, it stopped. And I'm still reset. That's good. That's good. That's a good sign. And the reason it's a good...
Nice.
Michael, get out of my face. that was a good reaction to the slime. Yeah. Wait. I didn't... Wait. Hang on. Oh. Ugh. What is going on? I mean... Hang on. Okay. I was like stuck. Why? Hang on. Every time I look up, it like the tracking gets lost. And then, hang on. Let me check this out. Oh, hang on. No? Okay, we're back. Okay, that was weird. But yeah, anyway, this is fixed. This is better. I'm doing like I'm checking for that. I kind of want to know what happens if I do this. Yeah. Let's find out what happens if I do that. Actually, you know what? While we're at it, let's yoink this out of there and just leave it like that. All right, let's see what happens. All right, game's working. Whoop, doop, 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 doop. Ah, missed. That's not fair too, right? All right, pause. I mean, technically it's the same thing, isn't it? Like, actually, you know what? I think it's better. I think it's better. And the reason I think it's better is because if you notice at the top where it says collect U, and U is doing that pulsing action. Before, if I was to pause it here, then it would still run through the drawing part. And then when I would unpause it, that would be at whatever position, depending on the time it takes for me to pause and unpause. But see, look, it resumes. So I think that's much better. You know what? I'm done. You know what? Yeah, we go. Where's my mouse? What the fuck is the... Why has my mouse disappeared? Hang on. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's weird. I couldn't find my mouse. But anyway, yeah, that works. Cool. Right. You know what? This bugs me. Let's put this correct. All right, there we go. And you know, along the lines of Pirate Software again, I swear, and I don't know how to look this up, but I remember him giving a lecture about having code being self-evident, and it's useless to say in a comment what your code already describes. You know, and
Nerd.
Yet his code does that. Also, seriously, who uses a one-dimensional array and then numbers each index? And then, like, even when in Spectrum programming, they taught you to separate all of the lines of code.
Fuck yeah, this is the shit.
They separate all the lines of code by 10. So like, you know, you start 10
What?
print, go to hell, 20 go to 10. Because if you wanted to put something in between 20 and 10, you got 11, 12, 13. You got all of that to do. What was that smell? What was that smell? The shit? You don't know what shit smells like? Anyway, that's done. Sweet. All right, let's go back to game objects. All right, so yeah.
You're a fucking idiot. This needs to stop. Now.
You know, I think what Frank meant to say was, you're a fucking idiot. You need to make the cooldown of this higher. That's what Frank was saying. Oh, the one I ran. Oh, I was smelling cleaning fluids. That was all. So something needed cleaned up.
Just stop. Just stop it. Stop. No. Just stop it.
Can I do this live right now? Huh? Can I do this right now? Ooh, 600. Let's
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop.
Why did it say 120? I did 1200. Yeah, it's 1200. Okay, cool. Do 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 do. I'm not getting anything done. It's all your fault. Everyone. I'm blaming everyone else. Do 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 do. Da ba da ba da la da da da. What are you doing with your life? What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my life? Comment down below what I am doing with my life. Right. I've stored that enough. Nice. There. Oh shit, ads are in progress. Do they need a timeout? No. No, it's all part of the bit. Also, they can see that, you know. No, I'll let you know. I'll let you know. How do you know that they're? Oh, actually, we know that. we know that they're not subbed. But you know, what if Twitch is like bugging out right now? That's the thing, right? What if Twitch bugs out and they're on? There's no. I'm always watching. I'm always watching. Especially when you pee, I'm there. I have a camera in the bowl. That was weird. All right, so animate. Let's change that. We're gonna change that to better animate. My channel points just halved. What'd you do? Better anime. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So let's All right, so this better anime, we need things. Actually, we don't need anything because. All right, so we want. So. All right, let's think about this. So we need to know the middle frame rate. So the anim index is 0. I want to create another variable called middle frame. And that's like we can hard code it first. So how many frames is that animation? I think it's 16, so middle frame would be 8. And so, yeah, because like what I would really want to do is derive this number from. Okay, so where is that under consts? I believe. Okay, animated surfaces. Okay, spaceship planes, surf brewing, explosions, spaceships. Where's the boss? Where's the boss? There it goes. Okay, yeah, boss files for F in. Okay, yep. Right. For boss file in boss files, append sprite sheet. So surf boss. I think surf boss is the array. So so const.surf underscore boss. Can I do count? Good question. Oh, look there, sprite array. Oh, hang on. We have sprite array right there. Count. Oh god, we just got back from the ads, didn't we? I need to pee. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta pee. Let's go fix it quickly. Wah. Oh, wait, start the music. Damn, my legs. All of my burns that I got from that boating trip, yeah, they're like seriously peeling now. Boop. Woo, boop. I got booped twice because there's a number above my head. Right. Let's see. All right, let's do a breakpoint here. Pause the music. Let's start the game in debug mode, I think. Wait, am I doing it in debug mode? Okay, Python debug. Okay, yeah. All right. All right, that feels like debug mode. Absolutely. This is slower than shit. All right. Go initiate the boss fight, and as soon as the boss shows on the... That was a good one. Anyway, now that the boss is on the screen, here we go. Oh, you know what? It didn't like that. Okay. Sprite. Okay, so it didn't like that. All right, let's figure out what I'm doing wrong here then. So middle frame. Oh, shit! Wait, what? Self.sprite array. All right. Yeah. Well, here's the thing though. Why is that only got a length of 4? Hang on, let's look at that. Why does that only have a length of 4? Anyway, if it in any rate, hang on. There we go. Wait, hang on. Is that length? No, it was len, isn't it? Yeah, len. Okay. All right. Stop. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, why does that only have a length of 4? All right, let's make sure that this doesn't crash. I have a feeling it crashed. It did. It fucking crashed. Wait a minute. So I was supposed to be debugging. Oh, I took off the fucking thing. Okay, let's see if it crashes. Oh, wait. No. Hang on. Right. Debug. This is why we have cheats. All right, here we go. Now we actually get an error. Let's see what's going on. List has no attribute. Bullshit. It's right there. Unless I'm calling it incorrectly. Also, I still want to know why it's only got a length of 4. That's what happened to me. What happened to you? It crashed at the first. Yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah, it did that for different reasons. This is artificial. I created this because if I take out this line, we're going to be fine. Blech. Hang on.
Oh.
Oh, there are sprite array, length. Yeah, look, why is? Hang on. Where else have I used len? That's. Yeah, look, see that? That's. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yup, I did it wrong. I'm stupid. There we go. There we go. Right. Oh, shit. Didn't do it in debug mode. Also, let's do a breakpoint where I want to put the breakpoint. All right. So, that variable is probably going to be 2. Run it from the right friggin' file, nerd. All right. This time it won't crash. It will just go to the breakpoint. Yeah, look at that. It worked. Okay, so okay. So we stopped here because I wanted to stop after middle frame. See, middle frame 2.0. Why is there only 4 frames? Why is there only 4 frames? But at least I know now that it's working. So middle frame. Why is that? Why is that not an integer though? Because I divided by 2, which turns it into a float. So we can do this. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Oh, fuck. All right, and we'll just do this one more time. I just want to make sure. That we're getting an integer, not a float. Wait, did I not do the breakpoint? Oh, wait. Something. What the fuck? Enemy health bar alpha. Okay. Local variable enemy reference before. Oh, shit. Shit, the collision. What line is that? 212? Oh! Damn! You got me! 212. It's line 813. It says clearly line 212 down here, which is this line. Enemy health damage bar equals 255. Wait, why is that not? Oh, because I'm an idiot. You'll be hearing that a lot from me. I constantly call myself an idiot. Anyway, that's not what we want to do. We want to debug. So we want to debug this. And we just want to see that it becomes an look, there we go. Look, middle frame 2. See, it's not 2.0, it's just 2. We now have an integer. So great. We have the middle integer. Perfect. This sounds familiar. I feel like I've done this before. All right, so yeah, middle frame is that. Also, I want to check to see if fuck me, I did it wrong. I want to check to see if I can still shoot the boss. Let's pick the green ship. Green ship. Here. Oh shit! I forgot about. There you go. Nice. So look, you gotta. Where's? There we are. Every time you get a correct one, it weakens the shield. Oh, damn it. Right, E. There we go. Anyway, that works. Also, notice that the spaceship is no longer animated because I broke that on purpose. All right. So what I want to do is, now that that's all working again. God damn, like, not only did I burp, I also almost threw up. So maybe I need to make a redeem for that. Nerthagras has burped 45 times. But yeah, I've got self.better animate in here already. I just got nothing in it. All right. So, I need 2 conditions. I need to animate. I need 3 elements. I need to keep track of the current frame because it could be at either one end or the other. And I want to, you know, I want to figure out why this is not. All right, let's do this. Let's put a breakpoint there. Fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean that. Stop, whatever you're doing, stop. All right. So this is going to end very quickly. There we are. So we have surf.boss, and right now it has 0 in it. Let's do 10. F10. Now we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's interesting. 3, 4, and it's done. It's done after 4 iterations. All right. So we're loading sprite sheet, OS path joint sprites, bosses 128. All right. So sprites, bosses 128, and we're loading in this, which clearly has more than 4 freaking frames. What the fuck's going on? How do I zoom out? Let's go play Helldivers 2. No! No. Never. Let's go again. Hang on. Wait, what happened to that fucking... Okay. Right. Or am I going to shoot you from a 686 millimeter caliber gun? Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. All right, boss files. So, sprites, bosses 128. So, yeah, it's like this. And I tell it to get a list of all these things. This is bugging me. Because it clearly has... All right, let's load this into GIMP. Open with... No, let's just... Let's open GIMP. Thank you for breaking the silence by breaking wind. All right, yoink. So let's open up. Open E Python Blaster sprites bots 128. Open up that one. And so what are the dimensions of this? Yeah, look, it's 2048 by 128. So when... Wait a minute. I'm stupid. Again. One, two, three, four. That's what... that is what that is for. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm stupid. So this is the surface for the bosses, right? Yeah. But that is not... That's not the number we want, though. That's not the frames. I just didn't name it correctly. Right, so yeah. So boss sprite sheets. That's not what we want. So where the hell do I get the number for... Game objects. All right. All right. Sprite array. Self.image is sprite array. Self.boss image. All right, here we go. Let's do a breakpoint here. Oh, we're in debug mode. Okay, cool. Isn't it fun making games? This is so cool that it shows some of this shit. All right, bosses. So we have... All right, okay, boss image is 0. Anim index is 0. Boss image is 0. Sprite array. Okay, yeah, so 0 is the index. What I want, though... Oh, shit. How does this fucking work? So set anim index plus anim speed. All right, yeah. Thanks for the time before we get to the next frame. All right, if self anim index is greater than... This is where it is. Okay, the length. All right. Yeah. So the length, this thing here is the length of the animation. That's what that is. So I should probably make that. I should probably make this a variable. This actual thing. So leng, yeah. This thing here is I should make this into a variable. That is very much I guess a magic something. So animation settings. I would put this probably here. Dot total frames is equal to... The fuck are ya? There you go. All right. All right. So let's stop that. And let's restart. Wait, do I still have the breakpoint? Hang on. Fuck. Yeah, I do. Right, but I don't want it there. Let me put it here. So, all right. Let's go check this out. Let's see if this gives us the number we want. Oh, wait, hang on. All right, thanks a lot for hanging around. Hopefully, what the fuck am I doing in my head? I forgot that was an animation. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me and watching me struggle yet again. But you know, this is how it goes, isn't it? Still way more freaking coding than on Pirate Software streams. But yes, I found it. I have found the number I'm looking for. I don't you know what? I think I want to, yeah, get rid of that. Jesus Christ, what did you eat? All right, so self.total frames. And
Nerd.
And down here, it would be total frames minus 1. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, this is the shit!
All right, so let's see if this still functions like it's supposed to. Wait, did I remove that breakpoint? Nope. All right, let's see if this functions like it used to. Okay, yeah, look, it's doing it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because now that we have the total number of frames, we can get the middle frickin'... Yeah. Like the middle frame, which is this. So let's cut that. Do I even need to call it the middle frame? Sure, why not? Total frames divided by 2. We want to make that an integer. Go. Yeah, because if we turn it into an integer and it's like, let's say it has like 15 frames, right? Then it would basically go to 7. 7 would be the middle frame, and you know, whatever problems we face with that, we'll just fucking deal with. But now we have the middle frame. All right. So now let's do that. All right. So all right. So we want 2 conditions here. if all right, if self dot velocity is greater than zero, if self dot velocity is less than zero, and then if right. There we go. So we got three conditions. We got if the velocity is greater than zero, then we want to take the middle number and we want to okay. So anim index is linked to all right, so I don't think I want to do this with a middle frame. The anim index is going to be the middle. So let's do that there. Actually, you know what? No, let's comment this out and then do so the anim index equals that. So it is the middle number. It is the middle frame. That's where we're starting. And so let's take this. And then also we'll paste that here. But, I mean, minus. And then if it's 0, we do nothing. And then if the anim index is greater than that, then it just equals that. And then we take this Then we paste that under there, but we say if anim index is less than 0 equals 0. All right, let's see what's broke. Let's see what we've broken. All right, let's see. I knew something was going to be broke. All right, what's broken? What do you mean self.total frames? Oh, fuck, I'm stupid. I put total frames at the end. And then, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm stupid. Yep. You know what, let's move this. Let's move this up. Hey, at least that was an easy. Oh! Yep, I deserve that. Right, let's make sure I'm not like putting things on top of things. I literally am. Oh my god. All right, let's take these. Cut that. Let's fucking just put these down here then. All right. So self.total frames, it's got the one above it. This one's getting from self sprite array, that's above it. Self.boss image, that's also above it. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's now see if I've fixed the animation. Let's see. Come on, you're gonna crash? Yes, you are. Motherfucker! Boss's object has no attribute anim index. Where is anim index? Oh my god! Because I moved it, didn't I? Shit. Okay, self.image. So, okay, then, yeah, that's above. That's also above. Self.anim index is also above. Okay, okay. Are we going to have any more surprises? Couple of false starts. Let's see if we have any more false starts. All right. It looks upside down. It's also going to take forever to go to the top of the screen. Let's just hang here for a bit. Wow, it picked her. Okay, it's coming down again. It's not changing animation though. What went wrong? Also, I don't think we need all of the animations as well, because I think what happens is that it's some of the frames are repeated. Alright, so if the velocity is greater than 0, right, so that wasn't the case. It's the case of if the velocity is less than 0. So the velocity was like, because it was rising up. So if it was less, it's like, anim index self.anim speed. Okay, so anim index should have been decreasing, and if anim index was, let's say it was 8, if we, hang on, let's. What if we? Oh fuck! Just copied. Cut 0. That. Paste. So this way it's going to continue through, but but it changes. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot this part. Actually, you know what? It's going to be the same in both, so I probably should put this at the bottom here. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. And maybe we get a better thing. Okay. If it touches the bottom... Oh. Okay. Cool. Something happened. Perfect. Index out of range. Probably because I need a -1 on this. Alright, we're close. So, self.total frames -1. And then 0. I think we're close. Oh, that was weird. Oh, whoa. Dude. It wasn't doing the up and down, it was doing left and right. Shit! Oh my god. It works. It works. It's just I'm doing it in the X direction and not the Y direction. Oh. Yeah. And that thing about the frames, yeah. I need to sort that out. We don't need to be going through all 16 frames. I need to limit that. So I probably don't. I need to figure out which frame. But anyway, let me see this. This should look better. Piece of shit. Let's just put myself there. All right, it's going to touch the bottom of the screen. Oh shit. Oh, dude, I can touch the freaking shield too. It's going to take forever to go up there. Okay, if it touches the top of the screen, the animation should change. It did. Alright, so it is working. So I just have to sort out the animation. You know what? Hang on. All right, so let's go play Helldivers 2. I don't have Helldivers 2. All right, so this works. It works. It does what I want it to do. La la la. What am I looking for? So the anim index. Okay, the total frames. The total frames is actually going to be half of the thingy. Again. And so and we want to make sure that we get to see it. So where's the Y velocity? Yeah. So the Y velocity, I really should call that X velocity. I really should, but it's just called velocity because I'm stupid. All right, so Y vel, random init minus Y vel to Y vel. What the fuck are you? Random int Y velocity. You know, let's just search for that. Okay, there's 20. Oh shit. Oh, okay. So yeah. So when the boss is all right, so that's right. So let's go to const. And there we go. Okay, X velocity, Y velocity. Let's make that 150. That way it moves faster. Hey, this looks promising. When it touches the bottom. It moves up. Okay. Okay, it's kind of looking like I want it to look. I don't know, it's upside down right now. But now I at least have a way of doing. I can control it. It doesn't look like it's just wavering now. It looks. Whee! Okay, cool. That works. That works. That's pretty good. I think that's some good progress. All right, let's change that back to. I think what I would want to do though is like not have it just static. Like I would want it to I'd want it to oscillate between like instead of like, you know, once when it goes, yeah, I'd want it to oscillate between the lower frames and then I would want it to oscillate between the upper frames. So I could totally do that. But yeah, I think that's good for now. And I feel like if I was to, so I got better animate here. I feel like if I go down here, I'm gonna change this back to just normal animate, and I'm kind of curious as to what that's gonna look like. Seeing as, you know, I'm starting from the middle frame. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it looks like shit. Because it's only doing half. That's right. Anyway, there we go. At least we got that going. So yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, let's change that back to that. I want to make sure that the old way isn't broken. But this is okay. So better animate. I could come up with an even better way of doing that, where instead of like, you know, when like the total frames -1, then we just keep it there. I could do, yeah, like a mini oscillation there, like, yeah, backwards and forwards. Yeah, I could do something like that. But anyway, let's go find someone to raid. Let's do that. Let's see who we got going. Let's see who's doing. Let's do some shit. All right. Let's go gambling. Let's gamble on who we're going to raid, because I don't see anybody on. So let's go find some like new fuckers. Who should we raid? I want to raid a furry that's playing Peak. Yo, no problem. I hope you know, like I as always, I hope that like I'm entertaining. I hope that I actually solve problems and stuff like that. Like I think I did solve this problem, or at least I'm halfway there. I know one person. His name is Nerd. Well, cool. Let's go raid him. Can I do that? Anyway, you know what we haven't done? We haven't shouted out some people. So let's shout out let's shout out Arpeggiatura because he does shit.
I did it. Wow. Yeah, I did it. And I'm so dang proud. Wow.
So last he was doing was music. And because well, hang on, how the fuck do I spell their name? There we go. Got it. I know what I'm doing. I'm a gamer, gamers.
Yeah, I did it. Wow. Yeah, I did it. And I'm so dang proud. Wow.
So yeah, go check out those people, Samurai Jaybird and Arpeggiatura, and that's yeah. They do some cool stuff, and of course, if anyone else wants to shout out, you know, cool. But all right, what do we got? Maybe we can find someone playing Peak that's like really cool. Peak seems to be a very very friendly game, or at least VTuber. So we can go raid Mr. Squabbit. Let's go raid Mr. Squabbit. Let's go raid Helldivers 2. Why don't you just go play Helldivers 2? Bam. Alright, there we go. Raid is ready. We got 5 viewers, maybe 6 viewers. Go raid Rusters. Wait, let me Are they playing Helldivers? Is that what you're saying? They're not even on. Oh, Rust players. You know, when you say let's go raid Rusters, How the hell am I supposed to know that's not a name? Rust players? Hell no. Now, Rust programmers? Yeah, maybe. But no, we're just gonna go raid fucking Mr. Squabbit. Maybe we'll make some new friends. China Clan. Right. Ready? Ready? Ready?